Alright, so in the last episode, we did this, and you can go back and watch that, and I'll have a link for that in the description. So today we're going to do the trim, and for the trim I have the leftovers from my original washcloth. So then these will be, this one and the one I'm working on will be kind of a match set. And then I'm going to have to come up with something fun to do with the scrap leftovers. That'll be coming up in another episode. Okay, so we tied off the other color that was for the main part of the washcloth. So we're going to make a little loop here and pull it through with our hook, just like we started the other one. Okay, and then so basically on this one you'll see, you kind of look at it real close, we do 2 single crochets and then what they call a picot, and I will show you how to do that. And we're basically following that pattern all the way around. So I like to start in the corner, just how I work, but you can start wherever you want. And then we're going to kind of work, so we tuck in our strings as we go. So we're going to go through the hole and pull it up for your first single crochet, and then since we want our first picot to be in the corner, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to slip it into the first chain, and we're going to pull what we call a slip stitch. I'm going to pull it through both, and there's your picot right there. Pardon my cough. We have very dry air, and in the afternoons I get really scratchy throat. Okay, so then we're going to do 2 single crochets. Oops, here I am trying to do a double. Autopilot. Okay, let's try that again. Single crochet and another one. Okay, and now right here where the little gap is, we're going to do chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to slide it through the first, into the first, and pull it through both loops. And then in the next space we do 2 single crochet, 1, 2. Now this is on the sides, so this is where our double crochets are, so that gives us room to put 2 single crochets. And when we get to the ends up here and on this end, we'll be doing things a little bit differently. So we're going to work through this, and as we're going we're kind of tucking our little string in so we don't have to weave it later. So we did our 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slide that in, slip it through there, and then 2 single crochet, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip it through, and 2 single crochets, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now of course you can do your border any way you want to. This is just one idea, and I thought it looked really good with this particular washcloth. 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to finish this line doing the same thing all the way down, and when I get down to the corner we'll come back to you. Alright, so I'm now at the corner. Just did this picot, and then we're going to do this one and 2 single crochets, and then do our picot again. 1, 2, 3. And now we are on a side where each stitch is 1 stitch, so we're going to do 1 here, and then 1 in the next one, single crochet, then a picot, single crochet in the next 2 spaces, 1, 2, and hopefully I'm not going too fast, but you can see there's 1 stitch here, picot, stitch, stitch. Now we're going to do another picot, 1, 2, 3, and pull it through, and a single crochet here, and another one here, and another picot, 1, 2, 3, single crochet, single crochet, 1, 2, 3.
I'm sitting here.
1.
Warning, your cat died.
2. 1, 2, 3.
Why did you?
Slip it through.
Why did you go like yes, 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 punch me more?
And then, so we're going to do that all the way to the end of this row. So then we'll just go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3. Slip it through.
No!
Single crochet. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3. It's kind of fun to get into a rhythm. Just let it go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Got children in the background. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
It's kind of like the screen, the startup screen of Terra Tech.
And then we'll get to the end and I'll show you this other corner.
Battle going on. Check that out. Pushing around.
So it's basically all the way around. You're just doing
See their hells.
2 single crochet and then the
See their hells.
chain 3 picot. Oops. And again, there's probably a pattern out here, just out there somewhere, just like this. But I didn't follow a pattern. This one I came up on my own, just stuff that I've learned over the years, actually working with free patterns I find online, some of which I may be showing you at other times.
That is so cool. Even though everything moved.
Got a nice little doily that I made not too long ago. It was really kind of hard to follow the pattern, but once you figured it out, it's really pretty. And I might down the road. I'm thinking I might do a video walking through that. It was pretty fun. 1, 2. Oh, we're almost to the corner. One. So we're gonna do one here, one in this space here. Do our picot. 1, 2, 3. Hope this is coming out not too jiggly. Okay, so now we're on the side with the double crochets. So we're going to do the 2 single crochets in the same space. So 1, 2, just like we did on the first side. And then do your picot. And then 1, 2 in the same space. Picot.
Uh-oh, didn't do enough damage. It's catching up, hurry.
And 1, 2. I'm not going too fast. I get kind of in a groove and I tend to get a little fast, and this is definitely easier to do than the stitch we did for the main body of the washcloth. So
That was
so okay. Instead of making you watch me through 2 more sides, it's pretty much the same thing we've already done all the way until you get around to the corner here where you started. So I will meet you back there when we're back here when I get to that point. You just continue around doing your 2 single crochets and a 3 chain picot all the way around. Yeah, so I'll meet you when we get back to this corner. Alright, so we are back at the corner where we started, and I was just doing 1 single crochet and 2, wait a minute, how did I,
creature game with upgrades.
kind of looking like I might be off a little, I don't know. So there's 1 and 2, and then we're going to finish off by doing a slip stitch in the first one. Just right in here. Oops. Just realized I wasn't under the camera here. Okay, so we're just doing a slip stitch, which is just like that. And then we're going to cut off our string like that and pull it through one more time. That ties your little knot, and then you can go back, and some people like to use a needle and sew it under. I just use my crochet hook and then just pull it through a few times, just to weave it in and make it all neat and tidy looking. Oh, that was silly. There we go. Stick it wherever. No real set way to do that. Maybe just a couple more rows. I think I might have figured out where I messed up. And then you can just trim it off and make it all neat. All gone. Okay. And I think we had one more right here, our starting one. And do the same thing. Just tuck it in wherever it kind of, I guess it kind of wants to go this way, so And that pretty much completes our beautiful little washcloth. Now, maybe some point down the road, I'll be looking at ways to sell my work. Currently I have an Etsy store, but there's nothing on it yet. So I will keep you informed if I ever actually get around to doing that. These are really popular. My mom makes them, and she has a friend who buys as many as she can make. So this is the textured washcloth. Now we have a set. So they have a matching set here. And that completes the tutorial for making these washcloths. You always want to use, when making these, always use a 100% cotton yarn, because otherwise they don't absorb water very well. It just doesn't work very well. If you've ever looked at what washcloths in the store are made of, they're 100% cotton. And this particular brand seems to be the best for making these. So yeah, anyway, I have quite a bit left over between the two. I might come up with something to make with those. I'll get back to you on that. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.